Welcome back, YouTube, and we want to thank you all for tuning in to this video. Thank you guys once again for supporting the channel. Today's video is going to be about Navy Federal Credit Union, a much loved topic on this channel, and I'm finally answer the question that you guys have been asking. How can I join Navy Federal Credit Union without knowing someone in the military? So this question is one that I get asked rather often. It's a good question, has so many different answers, and I just want to say stay tuned so that you guys can hear everything and find the method that works best for you for accomplishing your credit goals. If you all would like, please make sure that you like this video and that you are subscribed to the channel. It really helps support us, as well as making sure that you comment. Let us know what videos you want to see next and how you guys felt about this video. With that being said, thank you all for watching, and let's get into it. So when we're talking about joining Navy Federal, most of you guys know Navy Federal is the largest credit union right now as far as members in the US, and it is a military-based credit union, meaning that all of its members have some or should have some type of affiliation or tie to someone in the military. However, there are a few backdoor methods that we're going to talk about in this video that will help you land yourself a slot in Navy Federal Credit Union. I want to start off by saying that I joined with a true sponsorship, not using any backdoor methods. My grandfather is in the military. I have his death certificate and DD-214 to prove lineage. However, I get asked this question a lot, so I figured I'd go ahead and answer it for those of you who want an answer to this question. So, if there's anywhere that we're going to go to find out about Navy Fed, what better place to go than to Navy Fed? So let's go ahead and hang out in the lobby for a minute and talk about joining. So joining Navy Fed is a fairly easy process. You can do it over the phone, you can do it online, you can do it in person. However, if you're going to be joining without a sponsorship offered by Navy Fed, the best way to join would be in person, and then on the phone, and then probably online, because as long as you don't give that banker any red flags, generally it will allow you to get through the process and open the account up quicker, and anything that they have as far as verification questions or anything that may be tripped would be happening right there while you're in the branch, and you should be able to take care of those things. So let's go ahead and find out what it takes to actually become a member. So to become a Navy Fed member, this is what you need. You need to have someone who is either a Department of Defense uniformed personnel, which would mean Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, or you need someone who is from the United States Coast Guard, which is either active duty, civil, or retiree. Also, you can have a Department of Defense reservist from the Army, Marine Corps, Navy, or Air Force, as well as Army and National Guard personnel, civil employees, retirees. In a new, you can also go for people in the DEP program. So this is like people who are in Army or Air Force or Navy, or any ROTC program. So if you know someone who's in ROTC, you have a family member that's in ROTC in college, and they're being delayed to enter because of their college or something like that. You can always use them. All DoD officer candidate programs. So anyone who's gone off to OTS or officer candidate school, if you have any relatives who are in OTS, they are eligible to help you join. Also, as well as U.S. government employees assigned to DoD installations, which would be anyone working on a Department of Defense base or in a Department of Defense office. Civilian DoD employees. So if you work on a military base or in a military office or a Department of Defense office, even down to if you're a contracted employee. So say you're a CNA, but you work at the Veterans Hospital, that will qualify you. DoD contractors assigned to U.S. government installations, which is what I was just talking about. CNAs, electricians, anyone like that who comes in and does any type of contract work, as well as family members. So with family members, it can be grandparents, parents, siblings, and also grandchildren, and that is great because once come one, come all. Once you get one person in your family in, everybody in your family can follow the tree one way or another, whether it be up or down or sideways, and get in. So say you have an aunt who's in the military, instead of falsely using one of the backdoor methods, um, you could have your parent who's that aunt's sibling join, and then you could join. So you can kind of create like a family tree within Navy Federal, to allow yourself and other family members to join. Now, back to the lobby where we're going to talk about some of the backdoor methods. Now, the first thing that I want to say before giving out some of the other methods to joining is make sure that you know that you're doing this on your own risk and the risk involved here. So if you do join using one of the backdoor methods and something happens with yourself or your sponsor's account, Navy Fed will shut all accounts linked to your account down until they are verified. So you do risk your account being shut down as well as the money within that account being frozen. So if you are joining using one of these backdoor methods, make sure that you're being cautious and using your account appropriately. As well as the best way to do this is to make sure that you're using a method that suits you and that you can document. So, as I said, one way is if you don't have a direct family member, but you have a distant family member, get the family members in between you to join. So if it's an aunt or an uncle or a second cousin, get those family members, get that first cousin to join, get your aunt or uncle to join, get your parents to join, and kind of link it back to you. It's only $5. So if you have to pay for everyone in between, call Navy Fed up. You might end up paying $50 for that membership, but because you can still prove that lineage and it's going through your actual lineage, that is the best backdoor method that you can use because it's technically not against their policies at all. So, again, going into the next backdoor method, this is when you're starting to waiver the line of policies. Now, the next method, and one of the most common methods, is as far as having a family member or a friend sponsor you in based upon you living with that person. So if you live with a aunt or an uncle who has Navy Federal, or if you have a college roommate who has Navy Federal, like I said, maybe you live in a dorm with someone who's in their, junior year in ROTC. They can go open up a Navy Federal account, and you can join that way. However, I will say to be careful using this method, because there are times when Navy Federal will check to see if the address matches for both of you. So you have to make sure that if you're joining off of living with someone, which can be done, that you and that person do have some documentation proving that you have the same address. And that's going to help you and go a long way with making sure that you are able to join without any issues. So the other way that you can go about doing this also is, if you have distant family members with the same last name. Again, if you have, someone with the same last name as you, and you can prove that lineage, the best way to do it is to go the natural way. And if you got to go to aunt, uncle, cousin, mom, dad, and get them to join first and go ahead and pay for their membership, it does secure you a better position. However, say mom or dad doesn't want to join, remember you can skip one position going up and down. So if you can get the grandparent to join versus mom and dad, that's another way that you can go and then drop down. But if you have the last name that is the same, it generally kind of helps with having the same last name, because they're less likely to audit, because it looks more aligned. Now, I know, especially like in my situation, my biological siblings, I have the same last name as none of them. So it seems kind of peculiar that would be something that trips off the system, with it being so common now. However, it is something that if you're joining with backdoor methods to be cautious of, is if you have the same last name as that person, because I have seen it time and time again where they will audit if you don't have the same last name. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for watching again. Thank you all for all you do for the channel. Make sure that you leave a thumbs up on this video if you haven't yet. Make sure that you comment on this video, like it, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.